Hey, all you super players out there. Ben Lodice, aka 5 Buck Lunch, coming at you with this week's weekly wrap-up. So let's see what we've got here out in the Dragon Ball community. Starting off on subreddit, we've got someone who loves his... Yeah, these all did look really good. Glad you finally got the set. They're going up a little bit in price because they're actually becoming more useful other than just the Cell one nowadays. But yeah, I really do like when they do like the black white background with like some color offsets like this. I hope they keep doing that because all these cards tend to look really nice. When this card gains dual attack, do I get to choose when I draw and based on the first auto skill? So we have Vegeta Candidate for Destruction, and its ability is once per turn when this card's power is decreased, it gains dual attack, and then when it attacks, draw one card. So since it's auto once per turn, it's mandatory because it doesn't say you may. So the first time he attacks, you'll draw the card, and you actually have to draw the card. You can't choose not to. Hot takes, everyone complains and sucks at building decks. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, it's half hour long. Never mind. I thought it was going to be a meme. Tournament Pack 1, Volume 1 black cards are out. That's also true. I'm going to have a video on that later this week. Black Boo deck list. Let's take a look at this. Oh, did anyone have a list for Black Boo going to set 10? Honestly, it's going to look just like the set 9 one. There's not really many cards you can swap out from there. There might be like one or two things, but for the most part, it's going to be the exact same deck. Also, the fact that Turles got banned kind of hurts that deck a good chunk too, because you're fully relying on your Boo engine now. So if your Boo engine gets disrupted by like a Katsuna, Negate, or something like that, you're in pretty big trouble. New meta. Hi there, I've been in the game for 3 months. I have some questions. Which are the best decks? Which are the best new cards? Starters worry. I had green, yellow, Android 13 deck. Can I upgrade into something? Android 13 didn't really get much in terms of upgrades. If you want to, you could try going into like a Surge Cell deck. That would kind of be the better version of that. Or if you like going into the discard mechanic of Android 13, you could switch it up and go into Slug. What is your favorite engine so far? My favorite engine is Hercule. And any card in the game, because that is how Hercule works. We'll see if that actually goes. Or the Android 17, 18 liter that lowers your Android costs. Those are like my two favorite engines. I'm trying to think of what engine we can have in these crazy decks. Mine was Triple Flash when Shugesh was around. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And the funny thing is, Shugesh didn't get banned because of Triple Flash. It got banned because of other things. Triple Flash himself, by the way, is still a pretty solid card. I mean, it's for 4 energy, you get a Triple Striker. Like, it's still very solid, and wouldn't surprise me if it sees a resurgence at some point. I think you're going to ask, are there currently broken cards combos? Triple Flash still has the same engine. Yeah, we just don't have a broken card like Shugesh. Yeah, Shugesh just, the problem was like putting Saiyans in play. This Dragon Ball, there's a lot of Saiyan cards, so like it's always got to be broken by something. Budget side deck 12 improvement. The Vegito deck. I have not worked on this one yet, so I can't actually help. The set 6 Vegito chain, someone said, would be interesting. But yeah, the structure decks kind of don't work super well. The black one's good, but the blue and the green one need set 10 cards before they become actually good. So, back 4 reveals. Broly against the set 10 mana solution. So let me tell you a fun story. This is my least favorite deck in the game. Not because it's broken, not because it's good or bad. I just hate playing against it so much. And I always end up playing against it in big events randomly, even though like barely anyone plays the deck anymore. But this looks pretty standard. I don't see too many new changes. He's playing Dormant Potential Unleashed. You could also try Pretty Black Hole because it allows you to KO your cards to KO your opponent's cards, which obviously works very well in Broly. A couple things like that. You're also missing the Secret Rare, but I'm guessing that you don't have the Secret Rare. But yeah, then that looks fair. The Broly deck doesn't really change because you kind of need all the things from it in order to make it work. Can Planets Out There play Hit in Cold Blood? Technically, costs require 2 or less Cold Blood. Specified cost still applicable. So the only way you could do this is if you play the Zeno leader that removes specific costs from your universe cards. Because otherwise you can't get him down below, I think it's 3 or 4, I can't remember a specific cost. But you can't reduce him past a specific cost unless it specifically states so. Need some help, price card collection. Oh, this is funny. So this guy has, I've never even seen those. Post in the comments if you know what these are from. I think it's a Japanese game. But these cards look pretty, they look very 90s. And I know it has Bandai 1995 made in Japan on the bottom here. And so these cards are actually really nifty. I don't know what they're from. If anyone knows what they're from, post in the comments. I actually saw this one earlier. Thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, this isn't the right game, my friend. Can Unison cards use abilities endlessly? Guys, you really think they would build this in where you could just use your abilities over and over again? There are multiple Unisons where this would just instantly break the game. No, Unison mechanic states you can only use the plus or minus ability once per turn. Dragon Ball in their starter deck lists without set 10 cards. Do you just have lists? Because that would be interesting. Or do I have to watch a whole video? Oh, here we go. They do. All right, cool. Let's take a look. 3XG Productions. Go check out their channel for sure. Let's see here. Okay, so they put red, yellow Vegito. Here's a question of the earlier guy, by the way, who's asking about this kind of thing. Seems like a counter-based, just kind of good stuff deck. Fair enough. Oh, he's using the yellow. He's using both Unisons. That's interesting. Not entirely sure why would you use the yellow Unison in there. Guess just so you can get your leader's ability to give a triple strike. The Frieza one. Just green good stuff. Okay, so he's basically just putting good stuff in it. To obviously, we don't even need to look at the black one. Obviously, that deck's fine. But interesting, these decks aren't bad offhand. This guy's actually a pretty solid deck builder. This one's particularly difficult, by the way, to do anything with right now. I think just because all the good cards for it are coming in the next set. Not bad, though. Not bad for playing things in the meantime. So yeah, go check them out. Definitely some not bad deck building stuff there. So unboxings. Senzu Pops, I don't like those. Mid-range Gohan variant, catching up with reveal cards. We'll go to the bottom of the page here. Can you gain control of this card? Oh, that's another interesting thing. So this Goku, excuse me, Pride of the Saiyans says it can't be removed from the battle area by skills, and he wants to know if he can use things like the new Mecha Unison in order to steal it, which you actually cannot. Taking your opponent's card counts as removing it from their battle area because you're taking it from their battle area and putting it in yours. So you cannot steal cards that have this card can't be removed by the battle area by skills. Doesn't come up very often, but it is true. Deck limit 50 or 60. So I hope everyone's staying safe during the testing. I want to get some opinions. If you guys regard deck size as been treating you so far, has anyone felt 60 cards is too much? Just right for you. So for the most part, you're going to want to stay around 50. I've been doing a lot of testing with like 52 to 54 and haven't really found much of a difference. It's basically going to come down to, do you have a card that you need to see like every single game that isn't super searchable? Then you want to get to keep it at 50. If you're using a lot of burst things or a lot of milling, you can kind of let it go up higher because then you can protect yourself from decking out. I have plans right now to make a Hercule deck that's 60 cards, simply because the extra 10 cards allow you to draw more without decking yourself out. So it's going to depend, but for most decks, you're still going to want to stay close to 50, so you have a higher chance of drawing your cards. And last one, Successor. If I attack with Dispo Unprecedented Speed, and then I want another Dispo Unprecedented Speed by Tribute, can I put the first one in Rest Mode or Active? They always come in Active. Successor always comes in Active. Easy enough. All right, so let's see what's going up on the official Facebook. Oh, yes, people are messaging me right now. Get rid of that. All right, so we have a structure deck. Did you not give away the structure decks yet? That was here last week. I'm about to put my name in the comments again to get double entry. Of all the 5 Unisons available, which one do you think is the best? I mean, it's Gotenks. Like, it just is. But aside from Gotenks, since that one is completely the outlier, Unison of Rage has actually surprised me a lot. That -2 ability is a lot more useful than I thought it would be. Grabbing multicolor battle cards or a battle card with 10k power or less, it hits more things than you think it would. Like, it sounds really restrictive right off the bat, but it actually hits quite a few things. So I'm going to say the Gotenks, aside from the obvious other Gotenks. Oh, that's funny. So I guess I could just say Gotenks and be right on both of them. More proxies. Everyone's hot on these proxies lately. These ones look pretty decent. Nope, that's got volume. We'll get rid of that. There we go. That man needs to turn his fan off. Looks okay. I'm not huge on these super thick ones. Like, you see when he turns it, see how much thicker it is than a regular card? I like it when the proxies are just like the same as a regular card. But it's not bad. I just wrote how much it costs to play this game. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitive since 2013. Main K drop 500 plus K for Vegas. Drop. This deck's still way cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh! My friend. I don't know if you're aware. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is way more expensive in this game. That being said, you can definitely get more expensive in this game. Like, you can get all sorts of, like, foils and, like, alt arts and things to this game, which could get your deck up there. But, like, you can get a solid Tier 2, Tier 1.5 deck for, like, $200, maybe. It's just certain cards you got to stay away from, basically. Optimized Tier 1 tournament decks are always going to be more expensive, though. That's just kind of how card games work. The Bandai needs to do a little better job. They've disappointed me a little bit recently with reprints. I think they could be doing better with that. And that would kind of bring... DraftBox 4 is still just kind of rearing its ugly head as expensive cards. The problem is right now we're still kind of reeling from Corona and things like that. So I'm willing to give them till the end of the year to announce some new stuff to get some more of those reprints in. My turn. Anyone else remember this glorious day? You know what's funny? I actually do, which is kind of weird because I don't think I remember the first day I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. I just kind of remember them existing. Or like the first day I started playing Magic, which I dabble in still a little bit. But maybe it's because it's more recent, but I remember going to local game store and my friends starting to play Dragon Ball. So for those who don't know, my like origin story with Dragon Ball, because I never watched the show as a kid, but I've played card games my whole life, and my friends started playing this new Dragon Ball Super game, so I was watching them play it. I was like, oh man, the mechanics, this game just looks really fun. And that just goes to show that, like, one of the things that elevates this game is it's not just a Dragon Ball game, it's a really good card game that happens to be about Dragon Ball. So it's kind of good on both those fronts. And so yeah, I do remember that day, which is it's kind of funny. You got the Pepperidge Farm meme. Opening old packs, that's always fun. Do a couple more and then we'll be done. Emperor Couscous. Love playing TCGs and poker. Oh, Trey Farkoth. Okay, so you can check his Twitch out if you want, if you're into that. DraftBox 5 opening videos. Come on, guys. Sorry. People have been trying to make this leader work forever. It's not going to happen, my friend. I'm sorry. Hot takes. Everyone sucks at building decks. I don't suck at building decks. Usually. Sometimes. Jank build for... What's the leader? Oh, Mecha U9? Mecha U9. Yeah. So it's Mecha Frieza. I don't know, man. Mecha Frieza is rough. You get free giant balls, but taking life's too much at this point. You could take this every single card in this exact deck, put them in like the new yellow Gotenks leader, and it's just a better deck. Alright. Ooh, that's pretty. Is that a map? Details for day one are DBS Players Appreciation Free 2-case event. Is this a local event? I wonder if this is... Let's check this out first, and then we'll be all done. Because I'm interested. And Team FOE and Gamers Are Us. I think it's a local event. Yeah, it is. So it's format. Damn. I was really hoping this was going to be an online event. That's okay. So yeah, if you're in Florida... Yeah, Cocoa, Florida. If you're in Florida, check it out. That's a cool looking map. So yeah, that's the stuff people are talking about this week on Dragon Ball Super. A little less exciting than last week. We're starting to get a little less previews and stuff. But I'm really excited for Set 10. Really excited what you guys think about that. So I'm going to leave you with a question as I go. What do you guys think the best and most impactful card in Set 10 will be? My money right now is probably on Mecha Yoruba leader. But we'll see. There's Sentinel Ali, a lot of good cards in there. So yeah, please like, subscribe, check out Patreon, check out Discord. Go out there, play some Super, and have some fun.